So welcome back, everybody. We're over at the river property, and as you can see, I've just hauled over some equipment for some work that we have to do. All right, so if y'all have watched recently, we've just got a barn put up. We just did all the trenching and running and inspections and everything else to get power and water to the barn. We went through a bunch of environmental regulations, mapping out the property, getting stuff ready to go apply for a building permit. Maybe. So we've told y'all that our plans are and always have been to bring you a whole nother build series over here. We're going to build a small house back here behind us. At least we hope. That's the area that we have chosen and that we're mapping out for. And we're going to try to make it off-grid because that's been a huge request, and there's been a lot of interest over the years on the channel for solar off-grid type stuff. And this is an awesome location to kind of make an off-grid type home. We have fishing available. We have hunting available. We're out in the middle of nowhere, so we're going to kind of set this property up for true off-grid. Not that we're prepping or anything, but it's nice to have a location like this that can be mostly self-sufficient. All right, so here's the thing we need to discuss. Where we've chosen and our mapping out for the house to go is right here because the river is right up there. It just drops right off. We want to get somewhat of a view of it. And this is the only open location that we have on the property because back that way, the way we came in, this is a heavily wooded property up there, so no solar, no open sky. So imagine if the house is right here, this is north, that's south. This is the area where we're gonna catch the majority of our sunlight. We have some dead trees right here that are already gonna have to come down that aren't gonna block us that much, but we've got a little bit of a problem. If we're gonna do solar on the house, right here, the roof's probably gonna be the best location for our panels. This ugly old tree right here is going to cause us a problem. What it's ultimately going to do is cause a shading effect on the house roof and our panels. So we have decided this tree needs to go. We do have a little bit of a problem though. It's a double split tree. Part of it's leaning toward our pump and well over here. And the other part, well, I think we can drop it to where it won't touch the building. It's not that tall. I may have to actually run back and get the excavator now that I'm looking at this. All right, so we're on to a different plan here. As you can see, I went back and got the excavator. We're gonna have to do what I didn't want to do. I didn't really want to disturb the whole area, but I guess we're gonna plant all this in grass seed anyways. Once I got up here around this tree and started looking at how many buried rocks they are, I've already been digging some, I'll show you. There's no way I'm about to run the stump grinder through here. This area is littered with rocks, and I'm not trying to destroy my stump grinder or the teeth. So I guess we're just gonna have to dig it up. I mean, there's rocks this size everywhere and much bigger ones. But we're just going to have to dig up the roots, pop everything, and push it over. Really the right thing to do anyways because it's kind of leaning toward my well pump and I want to push it out that direction. All right, so we're back and it's next morning. I hauled my last load home about 8 o'clock last night, so it was way too dark to record. Boy, that huge live oak stump fought me. I had to wind up cutting it in half and cutting a little more off of it just to get it lifted up over into the dump trailer. Needless to say, with all that dirt cutting, I ruined my chainsaw chain, but we had to get that thing out of here. All right, take a look. There was a big gnarly looking tree there now. Now we're getting down to a yard. I can't wait to level this out a little more, put some grass seed out here, and maybe by late summer, this will be nice and green. Okay, we're gonna keep this episode rolling. Y'all love watching equipment and work. I've got a neighbor who I just met down the road. He was introduced by another friend of mine, and he needs some help. So I told him while I have the excavator and all here, he's got a few stumps that he's been trying to burn that he can't get out. He has no equipment. And he's got a pretty small yard. He doesn't need the equipment. He's got some palmetto fronds he wants up out of the way. He's going to plant in a garden. He's wanting to redo his gate entrance, so we're gonna try to pull some posts out of the ground. And he's got a ditch that needs grading because it's got a weird crown in it and he can't actually run the lawnmower over without scalping it. So should be pretty quick work for the little excavator. We're just gonna throw it on the trailer right here, go a few lots down to keep from having to drive all the way down there and wear my tracks out. Do some of that work. I gotta haul some equipment home. I'm gonna go home and get my tractor bucket. Then we're gonna come back over here and kind of level all this off, move a little bit of dirt around, smooth all these excavator tracks and ruts out, and we're one step closer. All right, so here we are down the road. Nice quick trip. Gonna help this neighbor out. I've got the 36-inch grading bucket on, so we're gonna go knock his ditch down to where he can mow and not scalp and get hung up. Then we'll put the old 12-inch bucket on and start ripping some stumps and other stuff out. I have got to get me a ripper tooth. I am stump digging far more than I ever thought that I would with this excavator. All right, so this ditch back here behind me is where we're going to shave it down, so to speak. I'll probably use the dozer blade and the bucket in conjunction. Knock this crown off of it. That's working awesome. All right, we're all loaded up, ready for the trip home. I've just got to strap everything down. And now we've got a nice open yard. Went ahead and Tiffany helped me rake and clean up and pick up all the sticks. We moved a little bit of dirt around, leveled out the ground. Now this is gonna be really nice to put some grass seed and stuff in to start making us a yard here coming up soon. So been a very busy couple of days, spent several hours down there at my neighbor's today, pulling up fence posts, several stumps, one massive stump. It was all my machine could lift. So we made good progress down there as well. Hopefully when he gets home from work tonight, he's pleased with what he sees. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.